Y'all, finally we have a palette rotation. Palette rotation volume 11. So let's go ahead and get started with this video. Hey guys, this is Ashley. Welcome on back to my channel. So if you are new here, welcome. And if you're oldie but goodie, welcome on back. My name is Ashley. I have a doctorate in pharmacy and I love makeup. So that's how you get Dr. Ash and her makeup. But please just call me Ash or Ashley. And eyeshadow is my jam. So it is volume 11 of the palette rotation. Like, it's been a minute, but I'm starting to get out the house a little bit more. So I have some makeup looks for you. And what I love so much about the palette rotation is this is just a way for me to kind of A, use what I want to use, B, motivate you to dig out those palettes that are in your collection, whether you have something that kind of dupes the vibes that I'm using or whether you have the same palette. And it also provides me the whole 3 thing. I'm gonna have to do it like this. My hand is like, no, it won't. So, and the third one is just to also show some of the new palettes that I have recently reviewed. So you can see how I'm still using them out and about in my regular day life and maybe not always such dramatic looks that I present to you during the video. Not that I wouldn't wear those out and about, but you know what I mean. So I just love these videos. They're kind of informal. And like I said, it's just all about inspiration. It's just playing with your eyeshadow palettes. I know we all have such large collections. So this video, usually I'm not talking through them, but this one I am kind of talking through. I just kind of switched it up. So I want to talk about the palettes as I use them. And then we're going to wrap up with some final thoughts. So let's just go ahead and get started. All right, y'all. So this is me. I'm like, I want to use something different. And then I want to use Gargoyle. So for the first palette, for the palette rotation, we are using Gargoyle because obviously I couldn't resist myself. I really like this palette. I really do. So yeah, I'm just going to create something real quick. So I browser filled in. You know, it's the usual suspects, okay? This is a quick, dirty palette rotations. They're quick and dirty, okay? Because I got places to be, right? Or I just need to be ready. So let's see. I'm gonna go in with Bay, Deep Space, because she's a good old gray matte. And I think I'm gonna kind of keep this, well, as I sweep this on, I'm gonna keep this kind of light. Whatever. We'll see. It's not getting that, but we'll see. So I'm just going to sweep this back and forth, in the crease. I'm using one of Angie's brushes. This is the Singe Beauty. That's her brand, Angelica Nyquist. This is the Singe Beauty E03. And no lie, guys, I really like her brushes. I just have the eye set that she had came out with initially, but I really like it because she just has some good brushes for, especially if you kind of have a smaller eye, hooded eye. The brushes are nice. They're synthetic, but they feel like natural. And this is probably my favorite brush by her. I'm always cleaning it. I'm just gonna go with Signature Forge. I was trying to debate between this or this. I love mattes that color, but I'm gonna go in Signature Forge. Same brush. That's why I like it, because it just can you can pop it here. So I know I said I was gonna keep it kind of light, but I'm gonna use lighter shadows because clearly the crease in the outer V is giving the smoke. I just feel like I haven't had a chance to really play with my eyeshadow palettes this year because of me being so sick this summer. So it's just I'm still catching up on releases. So to use something once or twice, 3 times, I'm really happy about that. I'm already telling you, I think this is one of my favorite palettes of the year by far. Just gonna take a smaller blending brush and just tweak it up here. Yeah, so at the beginning of the year, I think I was doing really well, because after like my last palette ranking slash not ranking, but really just like declutter that I put up at the end of the year, I was just like, oh my gosh, it's just so many palettes that I didn't get to touch. And part of that reason is because I just needed a break. I really wasn't doing makeup. I had tried to film, but my grandmother had passed and she was transitioning from like April through July, and I was like back and forth out of town to St. Louis, so I just didn't get a really chance to wear a lot of makeup. And then when I got back, I just wasn't feeling it, and I got the news while I was filming that she had passed. And it was just like one of those situations where it's just like, you hate to say it, it's just like every time my mom called or texted me, I was just like bated breath. Like, is this going to be the call? Is this going to be the text? Like, and sure enough, she had texted me and she was like, are you at work? And I was like, no. And we, unfortunately, like I said, she lived a long, beautiful life. She was 93 and she died. She had a couple issues, but the ultimate issue would be really the breast cancer that came back like 30 years later in the opposite breast. So yeah, I just thought I was going to be able to kind of jump back into it when I came back, but that just really wasn't the case. Okay, so I want to go in with the green shimmer, and that is Eerie Echoes. I'm just going to pick it up with my finger. Ooh, so see, that helped the cause, you know? Now we're keeping it a little light, and I'll probably put something else to kind of transition that shimmer into another shimmer. I love this shade. It's going gorgeous. Okay, now I'm just going to take my flat definer brush now that I got majority of it down and, you know, fix it up. But yeah, so I just felt like I hadn't touched so many palettes last year, you know? And then, like, then it was the fall. And so now I just kind of feel like I'm in the same slump. I'm like, oh my gosh. But I feel like this, in the stuff I've picked up and the stuff that I want to order, I'm so into. So it's just like, okay. So I definitely wanted to use something different. But I'm going to go in with the purple, just to kind of like bridge the gap right there. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, pretty. This palette, honey, it has not been failing me. And I'm going to beef it back up with Sinister. Yeah. And I'm just going to wipe the brush off again and go back in with Deep Slate, which was our gray. Because you know, I'm a serial blender. I blend and blend and blend till my little heart is content. And what do I want to do for inner corner? I'm going to take Awakening. Oh, Awaken. There's no ink on there, you know. So, yeah, okay, it's different. Sometimes you don't know. You put all these like little multi-chromes together, and even if the base is different, it's like by the time the shift hits, it's like, it's the same color. And that's not what I was going for. But I'm not going to take that too far up. And then I'm just going to kind of blend that shimmer shade right up in there. So it's seamless. And boom, baby. All right, I'm gonna finish this side. I'm gonna be back with my face details. All right, I am back. Here is the final look. I love how it came out. I'm so happy I used this palette because, you know, cool tones are the thing. The purple, the green. Well, you know I love a good mint and a purple together. So I really like how this came out. For the face details, I have on the Huda Beauty, the new foundation. This is the Easy Blur. It is a sample because I am tan. If I stand out in the sun for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, like literally, I'm like 2-3 shades darker. So this is the shade Peanut Butter. So I didn't want to buy peanut butter and then I'm going to need like probably cinnamon a little bit later. So this is literally a perfect match right now. So I opted for this. So for the contour blush base, well, the contour bronzer, I went ahead with my Sephora Collection contour stick in the shade Medium Tan. It has been a very big favorite. Went ahead with Cherish by Pat McGrath. This is just like a nice little baby pink shade. And oh, I didn't put on any highlighter. Yes, I'm going to take my Maybelline Master Chrome that I show you guys all the time that sits up here. I'm really just trying to figure out how long it's going to take me to pan this. I promise y'all, this came out, I feel like 2017-ish, 2018. Maybe 19 at the very latest, but it's like just a nice peachy gold highlight. Yes, really pretty. Okay, so that's what I have on for highlight. And then I basically have on my favorite lip combo, which at the moment, which is the Blend Bunny Doll Phase, which I show you guys all the time. I do have a code with Blend Bunny, which is Dr. Ash, and my Venom Lip Pencil by Urban Decay. This is 24/7 lip pencil. Because the pencil that came with this, I have used that up. And I went ahead and used this particular teal liner. I think it came out really cute. And this is Outer Space. So, yes, I feel like it just kind of pulled it together. I didn't really want a bright green, didn't want to do a black. So I was like, ooh, I picked this up at Target the other day. My Target that I like to go to, because it's like gift suburbs, but in the city, it has a full Ulta. They always have like an extended cosmetic section, so they do carry ColourPop now, but it also has the Ulta in it too now. So yes, and then for the liner, I use my What's Up Beauty. This is on the top. It's just a nice liquid liner from like the Egyptian collection with this beautiful blue packaging. And I also use the Positivity Primer. They sent these to me, and these are really nice products. What's Up Beauty has fabulous products. And mascara, I went ahead and, what did I use? Oh, I use like the usual suspects, but that would be the Bad Girl Bang, just to kind of separate the lashes. And then I followed in with the Blend Bunny Cosmetics mascara, which I do like. So that is the look. And I'm going to do something different for the next look. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I'll see y'all in the next look. All right. Hey guys. So back for another look with the palette rotation. And I am going to take Mothership IV because I have been wanting to wear it for such a long time, and I'm not going anywhere special. I'm just going to get out the house for a little bit. I am going to go to Home Goods and kind of look at some stuff. I don't really plan on buying anything, but you know, if I'm going to Whole Goods, I might. But I just want to kind of get out the house and look at some inspiration for some stuff for my house, because I'm trying to change up some stuff. And so that doesn't have any mattes, but that doesn't mind me. Well, that never makes any difference for me for that particular palette. But I did pull out this palette just in case. So this one is the Mothership Velvet Liaison, and it's an all matte palette, so really just pretty shades. This came out with the holiday collection from 23. Yeah, 23. So not this year, but last year. And then Decadence, ooh, I think that's like a 2018 release. So I do have eyeshadow primer on. I use the Pat McGrath eyeshadow primer. It's the Intensifies Longwear Primer. It does dry down clear. I actually like this primer. It's just kind of hard to tell, like, have I used it up? And the packaging is actually really nice because it's nice and hard. It's the top of my mirror. You can hear it. Nice and substantial, because you know, when the packaging is right, it's right. And when it's wrong with Pat, it's wrong. But I'm just going to shut up and do my makeup. Honestly, I don't know if I'm feeling the primer right now. Where's my makeup wipes? No, I'm not. I mean, I don't feel like it looks bad, but it's just giving skin and bruised. Look, y'all, I just be, nope. All right. Not feeling that. So we go in with my old holy grail, which is the Urban Decay Primer Potion and Shade Caffeine. I say old because Urban Decay had nerve to, I believe, discontinue this and not tell a soul, okay? Because I can't find it. I haven't been able to find it in like a year and a half. So what I've been using is the Matte Contemplative State paint pot, and it has the same texture and consistency, and it's the same color as this one if you're looking for a primer, because I need a less emollient primer. So I know a lot of brands kind of make primers in this color now, like Lamplight, who else? Quite a few brands, but I need a stiffer primer. My eyelids could be a little oily. So yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it was just with that shadow. I don't know. I was feeling it because I just used this palette. I mean, that primer with my Cliona palette, the Paleo, and it was fine. But I don't know. It was just giving, I don't know. It just gave like bruised on me. So I'm just going back in with that same shadow now. Same brush. Something's in my eye. And I don't know, to me that already looks better. It doesn't look like anything yet, but it just looks better. I don't know, it was just giving, I have to be careful with rosy shades. So I think I needed that contrast, because otherwise it's just kind of gonna give bruised. So maybe if it was like a brown shade, I think it would be okay. And I think I had like more of a mustardy brown shade, so it was fine, but that looks better. So I'm gonna shut up. All right, I am back, and here is the final look. I think I need a little bit more warmth on my forehead. I just kind of noticed that. I'm like, this is the Sephora contour stick, and I think I put a little bit too much concealer on. Not really, but the eyelid, it looks smooth, but okay, yes. Forehead, yeah. That helped. I was like, need a little something there. All right, but this is the final look, and I love how it came out. It's subtle, but it's giving. If I added a lash, it would be, it's glam, but it would be even more glam. So for the face details, I went in with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. Then I went ahead with the Danessa Myricks Demi Skin Foundation in shade 18 Golden, because this is a good shade for me, but now that the weather is not as hot, I can go outside with it and not worry about melting away. And like I said, I'm just going to TJ Maxx. Even though I'm just going to TJ, but whatever. So I used the contour stick that you guys saw. And then like I said, I used the Lift and Flex Concealer shade 11. Went in with the Baby Pink Powder from Pat McGrath Labs. And everything's basically Pat McGrath, but I think I'm a little too deep for her foundation right now. And then I went in with my Cherish blush from Pat McGrath as well. Took the Divine Rose highlighter. It's actually like the same color as the highlighter I wear all the time. So just a nice, pinky, peachy shade. And for the eye pencil, I went in with the Outer Space pencil from ColourPop. It's a nice little teal, but I thought it would give a nice little contrast. And then I went in with my NYX vinyl liner for the top eyeliner. And I love this eyeliner because it's affordable and it shows up, especially even over multichromes or really high foiled shadows, and it doesn't do that bleeding into each other, and it's really easy to apply. So Yep. And then the lip, I went in with the Lust Gloss and Pale Fire Nectar. No lip liner. So this is the look. So I'll see you guys for the next one. So I'm so glad I got a chance to play with this. This is just like I remember every single time. Yes, it's just so beautiful. Pat, give me a mothership like this. But give me some blues, some greens, some purples. And you can put like 1 or 2 special shades. I don't even know if I need a lot of mattes. Just give me all of this, because this formula right here is amazing. And this palette came out in 2018. It's 2024. Still working. Still going strong. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all a little bit. All right, hey guys, good morning. It is time for another look with the palette rotation. I have chapter meeting. We have to wear pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I am going to use Huetopian Dream. This is Mothership 9. I'm going to kind of focus with this shade and a couple of, but I'm pulling in, what is this? The Artistry, what is this? This is the Mega palette. This is Celestial Nirvana. So I really like the colorful mattes in here. And you know, we were begging for Mama Pat to give us some colorful mattes, and she finally did. Now the shimmers in this particular palette, they're okay. But if she had just did this like an all matte jump off, it will really work, okay? But you know, neither here or there. So I'm just gonna jump in, and if you guys want some inspiration, I'm gonna link it down below. I'm gonna try to remember. Well, I'm gonna remember. Link it down below. I do have like a video with Huetopian Dream and Celestial Nirvana, like a mashup, like different looks that I created. 3 looks using this palette, both of these palettes together. Also with Subversive. And I want to say, yeah, with Subversive and what else? And I think Midnight Sun. Yeah, so, yep, if you want to see that, that is up. Of course, my eyebrows, same old, same old. And then I went in with the Urban Decay primer. So, yeah. So, I think I still like that other Pat McGrath primer, but I think it was the shades or the tones. I don't know. Sometimes you have to be careful with berry tones of my skin complexion. If they're like the wrong, even though they look good, but sometimes it's like the wrong complexion, it can kind of give that appearance that I'm kind of bruised up. So yeah, just gonna put this look together pretty quickly so I can get out the door. It's pretty warm here today. It's gonna be like 78 degrees. So this wasn't what I planned on wearing, but I think it's cute. I don't have a lot of pink clothing, so like I do have a couple tops, but in this tends to be hot pink. So usually if I'm wearing pink, it's going to be hot pink. All right, so with a smaller blending brush, I'm gonna pop in here, and that's from the Mothership Mega. This one went on super sale. I'm like, y'all did not fool with this at all. I don't know why. Like, we asked for color. I mean, I kind of get it, but at the same time, I'm like, come on, y'all, really? Okay, so now I'm gonna pop in with this blue right here. All right, I am back. So this is the look, super pretty. It feels so like celestial and ethereal. And honestly, you know, I gotta wear pink. So obviously a mothership is probably one of the best routes to go. But you know, when this palette first released, I was like, but now I'm really enjoying it. But I also really enjoy mixing it with the Celestial Nirvana because it just kind of gives a whole bunch of different takes on how you can work these shadows. So I would just really wish that she would put together a mothership like this, but we all have our conspiracy theories about the brand. And at this point, it's probably not even a conspiracy theory. So for the base, I went in with that same Huda Beauty Easy Blur and Peanut Butter. Remember, I have the sample. Took a little bit of the Lift and Flex concealer by Divination. I just put on a lot less today because the other day I was like, yeah, I went a little too ham. And then went in with my baby pink powder as before, the same old contour stick. We know we love that. And I went in with a combination of my Blend Bunny mascara and my Bad Girl Bang. I really like this mascara because my eyelashes are so fine and thin and it can really just kind of separate them. And then I use the Blend Bunny to kind of give it a little bit more thickness. And for the lip combo, went in with this dry old MAC pencil. I mean, it's more to love. Like, these pencils are good, but it's just old. I sharpened it. It was pretty dry. I kind of filled in the lips with it and then went in with Pale Fire Nectar, which is a Lush Gloss. I want to say I had that on, I don't know, recently. Maybe it was in another video. Okay. And then for the highlighter, my good old Maybelline Master Chrome. You know, a nice little peachy highlight, and it basically looks like the Divine Rose highlighter. So if you have that, you're good. And then I use Cherish, the same blush as before. So this is the look. And of course, I set my face using Charlotte Tilbury in the one size. So, all right, I must go. So I'll see y'all in the next look. All right, y'all, good morning. I'm going to go ahead and start with look number 4. Yeah, 4, I want to say. So I haven't filmed with these palettes yet, but I am like really itchy. I have a luncheon to go to, but I'm going to attempt to do a more subdued look with this Underland palette by Inslee Rain. I think it can be possible because you do have like this in the green in here. Well, that one maybe not, but I got to, okay? Like it just arrived yesterday. I haven't even had a chance to do like 3 looks with it. I was waiting for it, but it kind of got here around 5, 6 o'clock and I was kind of tired. So I didn't, but usual suspects as far as the brows and the primer. And I'm just going to see what I can do here. I'm wearing like an orangish dress. So I do like that I'm gonna have some contrast because like my shoes are the same color as my dress, which is not like a bad thing, but I don't want to be all one color. Okay, so yeah, that's not going on too bad. So that works. See? Sometimes you just gotta take a little lighter hands. I'm just gonna buff that in the crease. Like it's showing up, but it's not like, oh my gosh, you know? Yes, but I've been waiting on this palette since it was announced. So when I say I had to get my little fingers up in it, and I'm just kind of like putting that in the outer V as well. That was super quick, super easy. I am going to take this purple shade. Same brush. So we'll go in here. That's Cheshire's Curse. You know I love a good green and purple moment. So that's working out. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. Like, it's looking good. It's not reading too dark. We're giving contrast. I'm just going to put a little right here where my crease hits. Yep. Okay. And I don't think I'm going to buff it up too much, but I am going to take a little smaller blending brush and just kind of just feather right in here. Got my NYX glitter glue per usual. And of course, oh y'all, I'm hungry. Like, geesh. So just gonna go ahead, pat that on. I'm gonna put some in the inner corner, and I'm just gonna kind of spread it out a little bit into the purple. And that's so if I layer anything, it will catch nicely. All right, so what do we have here? I want to take, okay, I'm going to take this shade right here. Yeah, I'm going to take that shade. I wonder if it's going to fade into the green, but this looks nice and goldy. So, yep, there we go. So we're still kind of neutral because it's more bronzy shade. It's a really beautiful shade. Like I said, first time, you see, first time, like I got to get my fingers in there. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. All right, now I am going to hit it with the green. I was just trying to see like what the shift was going to be, but I think like this green is pretty, yeah. It's not necessarily a multi-chrome, but there we go. And I'm just going to put both of them together. I kind of took the green a little further over than I intended to in the crease, but it's cool. And now I'm just going to go back in with the brush. I'm going to go on Surreal. That's that first shade, the golden, bronzy, coppery shade, and tune it up. I'm very happy with how this looks. All right, now inner corner highlight. I'm just going to take the tiniest amount of Wicked Flowers. Ooh, pretty. Yeah. You see, it just kind of gave it that little pinky pop. Merge the two together. Let's see, I'm going to take a little bit more Surreal. All right, I'm happy with this. Okay, so do I want more purple in here? I think I'm gonna do just a tiny bit more purple with a smaller blending brush, only because my hood is hooding. So I want this appearance to kind of go back a little bit. Meaning my hood is a little bit more puffier today and pronounced. So I'm gonna do the other eye. I'll be right back with face and some clothes. All right, I am back and here is the final look, and I think it came out very, very pretty. So as you can see, it's not like, it is kind of neutral. Like, you know, it kind of blends in. I didn't want to be too coppery because you see the color of my dress. I didn't want to be all one color. So I think everything kind of just plays really nicely with each other. And I'm excited about it. The shadows are beautiful. The performance is beautiful, per usual with the Inslee Rain. And like I said, this is my first time using it, so I haven't even used this palette yet, but I'm really excited. So you can get like a somewhat more neutrally look with this palette, or not so bold and dark. At least we're going to go with that. So for the face details, I used my Urban Decay Face Bond in the shade 30. Went in with the Lift and Flex the Nessamyrix concealer in the shade 11. Took my Pat McGrath Baby Pink powder, my good old contour stick that I've been using all video, and I just basically use all the time. Let's see. For the blush, I went ahead and took my Blend Bunny Bare palette and went ahead with the purple shades. Took my good old Maybelline Master Chrome for the highlight. And then for the eyeliner, went in with like my new favorite, which is the Outer Space liner. by ColourPop Cosmetics. And for the lip, I kept it neutral. And I went in with this Fashion Fair lipstick in the shade Ganache. No lip liner. It's just a really beautiful shade. So that is the look. No lashes. I definitely like when I take my pictures more with the lashes because I have 2 eyelashes. Y'all see these eyelashes are just so baby thin. But I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Last look for the palette rotation. I am going to take the Flutter palette by Inslee Rain because I have never actually worn this out in the streets because you know I got this when I got sick. So, and I still, you know, have been on the mend. So I want to wear it. And let's see. I'm going to go with Magic Moss. And I just have like, what is this? A Wayne Goss number 16. And I'm just going to pop that right up in the crease. Because I'm like, this palette is so beautiful. And yeah, I haven't had a chance to play with it outside of just filming a video, and that is not what my makeup is for. So, because I was trying to decide, I was like, I almost went with Amy Love's, her palette, but I have worn that outside quite a bit. So I was like, let me use something different. All right, really happy with how that looks. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take a whisk, and I'm just gonna pop that like actually in the crease. And I'm just like kind of buffing it and blending at the same time. Now with that same brush, I'm gonna go back in with Echo. Just gonna pop that there, and I'm gonna stop right there because that shade is pretty deep. Yeah, now I'm gonna wipe off my brush, getting excess off, and then go ahead and blend in. I was like, ooh, that looks so good deep. Take the look to a whole nother dimension. And it's the daytime, so I don't want to be that deep. I want definition, but I don't want to be that deep. So this is what our matte stitch is looking like so far. I'm good with it. Good old glitter glue. Now popping in with Golden Hour. You know, she is too cute. I'm just picking up a little bit. Don't want to set myself up for failure. And I'm just going to like pat it down and then go in as needed, because I think I realized like this is one of the shades like you can kind of dull it down if you like do too much patting. But you don't want to pick up too much. It's slightly textured, but not super textured. I'm just kind of working that back into the crease area. Now I'm going to go take a little bit of Moonflower or Mystic Blue. Or which one do I want? I'm gonna take Moonflower. That was my first mind. Yep. All right, so I'm really happy with this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just take that smaller blending brush and just go back in with Magic Moss. Just kind of like beef up the shadow right in there. And I'm gonna go back in with Wisp and just with this smaller blending brush, just beef it up. And then I'll probably take my brush, go in with a tiny bit more Golden Hour, and just lightly add in right here. All right, so I'm gonna be back with the final face in just a second. All right, this is the fifth and final look, and I just love how it came out. To be honest, I might have a look similar like this when I did my video on the actual, this collection, the Flutter and Flourish collection, but it's a look that looks like me, you know, and it's a little grungy, and it's a little cool tone, it's a little warm tone. You know, I love my purples and greens together. So for this look, I went in with the Huda Beauty Easy Blur. I think I've been using this almost the whole video. It's the shade Peanut Butter. Like I said, I have that sample. And then I took my Sephora contour stick. For the blush, I took my Bare Cheeks blush palette from Blend Bunny Cosmetics and went in with the purple shades. My favorite little highlighter, the Master Chrome highlighter, which is just like a good golden peachy shade. And my new favorite liner by ColourPop. This is the shade Outer Space. It's a nice teal liner, and put some mascara on my tiny, tiny lashes. And I use my NYX vinyl liner just to kind of line right here, because it just kind of gives my eyelashes a little base so they can pop. I don't do the full like wing liner moment anymore. But I really like the vinyl liner by NYX because it lays really nicely over these like foiled and metallic and duochrome shimmers, you know, and it doesn't like do the whole bleed in notion. And then for the lip, I went in with like a oldie but goodie. This is Pandemonium by Urban Decay. This is 24/7 lip liner, and it's literally like this shade, such a just like pretty like purple. And I put a dab of the same lipstick. I don't even know if they sell this anymore. It's Pandemonium. That's the Urban Decay color. And then a little bit of gloss. I'm really not a gloss and lipstick person, but I went ahead and put this Narcissist gloss. This is a Creamshin gloss by MAC. Remember these? Okay, so that is the lip combo. So I am so excited about all the palettes that I used basically in this video. Of course, like I said, I hadn't used this before. We got two Inslee palettes, Unearthly, and a couple of Pat McGrath. So like I said, the whole thing about the palette rotation is just like using what I want to use. Also, sometimes I like to use like some newer palettes that I just reviewed and show looks to just show you how I'm still using them in my everyday life. I feel like that's really important. But like I said, I was like, this one, I hadn't had a chance to play with it outside in the real world, so I definitely went to put it on because this was the color story that I most gravitated towards with this particular collection that came out this summer. And a Cool Tone Dream, the Gargoyle palette, so much fun. I feel like this is one of my favorite palettes of the entire year. So many beautiful shades. You can get light, you can get deep, you get cool, you got a pop of warm. It's like, what more can you ask for? And the formula is so nice on this. So this is definitely a newer product that is out. And, you know, I went in with our girl, you know, so we got the Nirvana palettes, the Celestiosa Mega. This came out the year before last, so 22. And I feel like nobody liked it, but I did like it because we had these pops of colors. So it's so nice to kind of like take this palette, especially I know a lot of people got it on sale. It was on super duper sale. You can find it at TJ Maxx and everything. But I feel like you could definitely, like these purples and the blues, I was able to just really mix it really nicely with the Huetopian Dream, and it just kind of gives it a whole different effect, especially because we were like, why aren't there any like purple or blue mattes in this Huetopian Dream palette, and then putting this here. So I feel like it just kind of just changes up the vibe. Really happy to kind of go in with this palette. And one of my good old faves by Pat McGrath, the Decadence palette, you know, she is just gorgeous for sure. And if you're like wondering about any of these Pat McGrath palettes, like the Nirvana palette with the Huetopian Dream, I have like first of all, I have a whole Pat McGrath playlist. Then I have like videos on all these palettes separate. I also have videos with a mashup between the Nirvana and other palettes, just showing how I put those color combinations together, just using those colorful mattes that we really don't have in the other palettes. But these are the looks, and I hope you guys enjoy them, and I hope this like inspires you to use your palettes. So with all of that being said, let me know what your favorite look is down below. Let's see, and I didn't even talk about the newest Inslee, the rain that I did, the Underland palette, because like I said, I just had to get my little fingers in it. You know, it just came, so I was like, I gotta use this. So I really did enjoy the look that I created with these shades right here. I felt like, okay, it gave, you know, daytime appropriateness. And you can kind of say that this look is somewhat similar to the look I did here, but not quite. But I hope you guys enjoyed all the looks. Let me know what your favorite look was down below. I really enjoyed my Pat McGrath Decadence look. All the looks I enjoyed. They were all good. Just let me know which one you like down below the best. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Hit the notification bell so I come back with another video. And I do actually have a playlist on my palette rotation videos as well. And subscribe because, you know, I would love to have you here in my little makeup family. With that being said, you already know what time it is. It's time for the Cheddar. Cheddar. Hey, 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 Cheddar. Cheddar. Hey. All right, y'all. Bye.